everyone, welcome to the stream. This is Spinning with Rice and Cookie. I'm Rice.
And I'm Cookie, and today we are playing more of Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Maybe we'll beat it today.
Maybe. I think there's 6 worlds, so I don't think we're beating it today.
Okay.
I was actually just looking really quick. Oh, no, I wanted to look, because, like, there's those 2, like, mystery levels. Do you think those appear after we beat the game?
Maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe we have to, like, score well enough, in which case we're never gonna see them, and that's fine.
Possibly.
But, did you want to start? Sorry, go ahead.
Sure. I was gonna say maybe you have to beat it 100% or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Well, Argus is fixing something.
Is my volume not good?
I think he's changing it. Yeah.
What?
Her volume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to be in this room?
Maybe you got something for killing the chain chomp.
I didn't actually mean to go back through this door.
Okay, that's fine. Things happen.
I'm wondering if I, like, you know...
Yeah, you probably have to get him when he's little, because I bet you... I bet you when he's big, he's, like, invincible. You fix it?
I thought I could... I don't think I can do any... Oh, you know what? This is a Yoshi game. Oh. Whatever. We're just gonna go.
Okay.
Because I thought I could pound that post in.
I see, yeah, but there's no structure to it, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a... Oops. What?
You gotta be careful of that.
Oops. Come back. I forgot what if I was saying something.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. I think I told you last week that I was watching The Queen's Gambit.
That sounds familiar.
Well, so I finished it because it's only 7 episodes.
Oh, I should have done this thing before. Whatever.
That's all right. Yeah, so I watched it, and the thing is, like, I started watching it because one of my friends was like, you know, it's really good, and plus I think I heard it from my mother-in-law too, that it was a good show. And Sputnik's here. He says, yo Sputnik, what's up?
Hey Sputnik. I can't make that jump.
Then try going a different way.
Oh, you know what? I bet I have to use... Maybe not.
Well, yeah. So I heard it was a good show, so I watched it, and then I heard, you know, like, the ending was perfect. So I watched, like, the first couple of episodes. I'm like, you know, I just don't know that the show is really for me. And I was like, but I feel like, you know, I heard the ending was really good, so I was like, I better just watch the whole thing. So I did, and I will agree, the ending is perfect. And you know, I even teared up a little bit.
Wow.
I know. But honestly, that happens all the time. So, but yeah, so the ending was really good, but a lot of the show has a lot of stuff with, like, drug addiction, and, like, for me, it's just so difficult to watch that kind of thing. Because it's like I want to help them, but there's literally nothing I can do because it's a fictional show. You're using up all your eggs. It's not worth it.
I wanted the coins.
So overall, I would say I did enjoy it pretty much only for the ending. So is it worth a 7-hour commitment to watch it? maybe not, but I did it and I don't regret it, and I am actually interested in reading the book now. So,
Is it on Netflix or something?
yeah, it's a Netflix original miniseries.
Okay, so maybe not worth it.
Maybe not worth it, but like the ending was really good. So, just really, you know, it just really warms your heart and gets you pumped.
Darn it.
Oh, but I don't know if you knew.
No!
You probably didn't, but because Queen's Gambit, it's like about a girl who's like a chess prodigy in like the 1960s.
Okay.
Quick plot synopsis.
I did not know.
And then in addition, again, to the drugs and, you know, addiction. So,
Is she the one who does the drugs?
yes.
Oh my gosh, I hate these things. Ugh. Made that.
Sputnik is asking if this game is a metaphor for the stresses of parenthood. I'm gonna say maybe. You know, you gotta take care of this baby, and then like, you know, things go wrong, the baby cries. Oh, that's weird.
I wanted to come over here before.
It's making you lose your rags.
Yeah, I can get more.
I really thought that when the things were yellow like that it just gave you yellow eggs. And now I just feel kind of... It does, okay, maybe they're just blending in.
No, they totally weren't there.
It seems like it was really... Because maybe you were all, you know, stocked up on the green eggs, so then you were losing the green eggs because the yellow ones were replacing them. Okay, mystery solved.
Yeah, I guess that works. Oops.
But,
I don't know why these eggs ever easy are like out to get me.
I don't know. I didn't think of them that way.
Oh, they totally look like egg over easy.
I see it. Well, so in other news, once I finished watching The Queen's Gambit, I was like, okay, well, I want to do a jigsaw puzzle because I've been meaning to do one since Christmas. So, so now I'm all set up and I'm doing a race where, so it's a 1,000 piece puzzle. And it's a race because I started watching New Girl while I'm doing the puzzle. And the race is to see, I hope I'm able to finish the puzzle before New Girl is over. And New Girl is 7 seasons with like 20 some episodes per season. So I should win the race.
Yeah, how could you not?
Well, that's the thing. But there's sometimes I'll go through a whole episode and maybe I only got like 2 pieces. So...
Oh, I see. You're doing it as you're watching it.
Yeah. So like the show was constantly on while I'm puzzling. So
okay.
So I don't really see what goes on in the show. Like I'll look up every so often, but it's mostly I'm just listening to the show, which I've never seen before. I heard it was good, and now that I'm like halfway through season 2, I'm like, it's fine. I just
isn't she kind of annoying?
She is, yeah.
Like, I thought I had heard her character's annoying.
Her character is annoying. But, like, there's certain things where, like, I'll get a good, you know, chuckle out of it. But, overall, I feel like the show is fine. But, again, I heard it was good. So I'm like, you know, add it to my watch list. I'll watch it sometime. I'm doing it, and I'm like, it's okay. I guess I was just expecting better.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have done it yet.
But yeah, I want to say that our older sister had told me it was good. So I might have to take that up with her sometime and just be like, hey, this show's not that great. What's at the end of that line? Is that even worth it?
Probably not. So she's like to start at the beginning again.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get that halfway point.
Yeah.
And let me know if you ever want to tap out.
Okay.
No shame in that.
What? Oh my gosh. This game is the worst. Ugh. I didn't
okay,
realize
Race.
that was floor underneath me.
I see, I see. And Sputnik is asking, why was Angelica such a brat? You know, I think she's a brat because her parents would give her everything that she wanted.
See, when you first said Angelica, my first thought was one of my roommates in college, and then I was thinking, did you ever meet Angelica? So I think she came to, like, I think she stopped by a couple times. But I'm like, I don't know if I'd call her a brat. She was, you know, a little different, but I wouldn't call her a brat. But yeah, in Rugrats.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just because her parents didn't pay her much attention, and she always got what she wanted.
Yeah.
What she wanted.
I don't remember, because she almost killed Tommy for fun. That's what Sputnik says. I don't remember the incident.
I don't either.
But I know, because like her best friend was Susie Carmichael, who was kind of like a friend of me.
Yeah.
But what I don't know is like, why did Angelica hate Susie so much? Like, I just don't remember.
Because Susie had a mom that loved her.
I know that seriously might be it.
Ooh.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Get out of here.
Get out of there.
You know, I'm actually watching, I think Susie was Angelica's opposite, so no wonder she hated her. I'm actually, because on weekend mornings, I watch cartoons with my breakfast. And so, so we are right now watching Hey Arnold, which had been forever since I had seen it. And the most, like, there's a bunch of episodes where it's like, oh, just this one line is familiar. But definitely season 1, I feel like had episodes I remember more compared to like later seasons. Well, we're only on season 2, I think. Are there 3 or 5 seasons, Argus? He might not be listening, but I don't know. There's 5.
Have you seen the one where Big Patty's supposed to beat him up?
No, and I'm really looking forward to that one. Well, she's supposed to beat up Helga.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yes, Pigeon Man and Stoop Kid. Yeah, those are both season 1. Because yeah, those I was like, those are iconic, and so so like for me, like Argus had never seen Hey Arnold, so I'm like, oh yeah, Stoop Kid's afraid to leave a stoop. Everybody knows that. And so whenever to this day when I pass a stoop, I always think Stoop Kid's afraid to leave a stoop.
I think I lost my chance. Oh, I guess
yeah, try going back. I bet you it reappears.
Yeah.
Sputnik is afraid to leave his stoop. You know, it's easier to just stay at home, you know? No need to leave your stoop.
So, Bonnie, or Cookie, looks like there's just coins, but one of them looks like it's one of those red
ones. It's not worth it. Not worth it. But there was one episode of Hey Arnold. It might have been in season 2, but it might have been season 1. I'm not totally sure. Where Arnold and Gerald, they go on the train, and their goal is to get to like the end of the train line or subway, whatever. Because it's supposed to take you to hell. So have
they gone to the chocolate factory yet for school?
No. We did meet Chocolate. No, I don't remember that one, but we did meet Chocolate Boy because Gerald's sister wanted to hang out with Gerald and Arnold, and so she pretended that someone stole her doll, and then and so
Gerald. I don't remember Gerald having a sister.
That's the thing. I didn't either until I saw her. I'm like, oh yeah, he's also got an older brother too. Like, who knew, right?
Huh.
Sputnik vaguely remembers an episode with a flood. I don't. Oh, also the episode that goes to the island. We did see the one with the island, and that was pretty good. No, he only has 2 siblings. Gerald does.
I got a halfway point.
Nice. But anyways, so the train episode, there's a woman on the, because the train breaks, and there's a woman on the train, and she says, big open spaces, and she just says it on repeat because she's claustrophobic and is freaking out because the train has stopped. And she's like with her therapist. Do you remember that part? Because that's the only part of that episode I remembered was her saying that.
I don't remember this episode at all.
Well, there you go, you know? That's all right. I think you have enough eggs.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it's fine if it's a, you know, defense mechanism. That's fine.
Ugh, I can't, because when I spit them back out, they just fly away.
I see. Look out for the bats behind you.
Yeah. Oh, that was not worth it.
Nope. And Zapper's here with a hype elephant. Hi, Zapper.
Hi, Zapper. Thanks for the elephant.
And Sputnik said that there's a show that he kind of stumbled upon that he wants to watch. It looks really good. What's the show?
Oh my gosh.
That's all right. You have eggs to spare.
Whew, got a one up.
Sputnik says close enough. Close enough to what?
That might be what it's called.
Oh, is that what the show's called? I thought it was as if we had like made a guess and that we were almost right. That's the name of the show. It's close enough. What's it about? Give us a quick plot synopsis. Or, you know, just in general, like, it's about a guy that has big dreams. I don't know. Something quick like that.
Oh, no. What?
Run! Did you try going up the stairs on the right that were over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wasn't worth it.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
So the show is 2 young adults with a dumb toddler living in a small apartment with a divorced couple. 2 young adults, the dumb toddler.
Are the divorced couple the young adults?
I don't think so. I think it sounds like there's a small family with a toddler, and then somehow they're like in a house with divorced people. Maybe they're like hiding in a closet as if, I mean, like, you know, the baby's gonna cry and then... So I don't think that's the case, but so is it good? Is it like a funny show? Or is it more of a like drama? Rice, just so you know, I would say the Queen's Gambit is more of a drama. It is not funny.
You know, that's what I would have guessed.
And Cass is here saying, hey, oh yeah, I had gotten to this part last time. How?
Oh, I thought that you had done this one.
How I got this far? I have no idea.
I don't know how to... Oh, I remember. You
can squish it, yeah. So the couples... Oh, okay, so with the couples, they decide to be housemates. But then one of the couples has a baby and the other couple gets divorced, but they all stay in the same house. Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember you doing this part.
Yeah. And Cass is
There
asking
goes.
how it's going. It's going good. I started a jigsaw puzzle recently. And Bryce has been making more yogurt, I presume. I'm like, what? She hasn't said yet what she's, up to these days, but.
It's actually. Oh no!
Oh, I thought for sure he would hurt you. I'm shocked.
I thought so too. Oh, I'm gonna miss that thing. Oh my gosh, you baby.
So how's it going with you, Cass? You got a big promotion, right? Maybe he was gonna come back.
No,
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna get a game over. I guess only with that attitude, right?
Yeah, you got this.
I most certainly do not got this.
Do you want me to take a turn?
No, I got this.
Okay.
Unless you want another chance at it.
Oh, no, you can go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one of my talking points is that, so I officially did my second taste test.
Okay, yeah, how'd it go?
So I was tasting between Pima and Matsoni.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, like, I would be happy with either. That's what I told CU Tiger. I had my little sample, and then I'm like, here, you taste, and then we'll keep whichever you like better. So the thing is, like, there was definitely a difference.
Okay, hang on a second.
So,
I'm sorry. So Cass said that. I'm just saying now because otherwise it's going to move on, and I'm not going to see what his comment was. So he doesn't know what I'm talking about with the promotion, but I guess that they were supposed to get another project, but then it was like canceled. But other than that, he's doing awesome. I swear last time, like maybe it's when me and Argus were streaming, I thought you said that you got a promotion, but maybe I misread that. But Cass is gathering money to buy a really cheap house by the end of the year and renovate it. That's awesome.
Ooh, that's
I
cool.
love renovation stuff.
I would love to do like a big house reno, but the thing is, like, I mean, my house could definitely stand to use some improvements. But somehow my house, like, it wouldn't have like the drastic changes, I guess. But also it's like, you know, when you're living in this space too, it makes it harder. I was actually just looking at houses today because one of my podcasters, she bought land and she's building a house. Actually, so there's two podcasters. One girl she just bought land and she's building a house. And then the other girl, she just bought like this really unique house in the Dominican Republic, and she's from the Dominican originally. But so she bought this house and it's like a huge fixer-upper, but I guess it's like such a unique space that she's like, I must have it kind of thing. Yeah, so then I was like, oh, maybe I should get something and renovate, but you know,
the housing market right now is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I know.
At least in this area, like I don't know how it is over in Greece, but here houses are selling for like way over asking price with like without home inspections, and it's kind of like insane. Because I've been keeping an eye on the housing market. Someday me and Argus will be ready to buy a house. But yeah, we're not looking to buy at this time.
Oh,
yeah, so you said you were looking at houses though?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just completely hijacked
No,
that.
that's okay. Zapper says streamer house. Just a house all for streaming. And Cass has found a really nice place that needs renovation though. For guess a price. Like, you want us to guess a price? So a house that needs work.
Are we talking in euros or in US dollars?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume euros, but I have no idea how a euro, like, is a euro still more valuable than a dollar?
Yeah. I don't know how much more though.
I'm gonna say in euros it's gonna be like, I was gonna say maybe like 100,000, maybe like 150,000. I don't know. It depends on what your definition of needs renovation.
I'm guessing. So if it needs reno, I'm gonna guess it's like maybe around 100K, or maybe even less. Maybe it's like 70 or 80K US dollars, which would be more like 50,000 euro, maybe. I'm gonna go with 60,000 euro.
Okay, well, I'm going with 100 or 150,000 because it depends on, how much renovation you're really talking here. I don't know. I'm gonna assume not a lot of renovation, but
I totally missed this room before, so I'm being a little more completionist.
Okay. I guess he's laughing at our guesses for a place in Greece. I actually forgot that Greece is it's actually 7,000 euros.
What?
So it's like basically free. Well, yeah, but you said it's like a pretty nice house though, right? That needs renovations?
No, he said, oh yeah, a really nice place.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is that there are a lot of places like that. Places around here, like I would say, again, the housing industry is crazy right now. But I would say like a nice house that needs like some I'm gonna say minor renovations. I would say maybe it's like 150,000. But as I said though, things are selling for like way over asking price, and also it depends on location too, because like for this area, if you're in the city in like a nice area, then they're like really expensive. They're also like massive houses too. But
so, and keep in mind, our really expensive is nothing compared to like Toronto or
New York City.
Like, yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah. Place in Greece is like 50 to 100,000 euros.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you got a really good price then.
Super good price.
That's awesome.
Does it need a lot of work? Like tons of work?
Yeah, is it like a total renovation where like you can't move in at all because like you can't? Like it's not safe to move in? We found some really good prices. All right. Well, that's cool. I would never expect that I could pay so little for a house here and have it, work out. You made it!
I was really afraid I wasn't gonna make it. Yeah, I feel like around here, like, I feel like you can't get anything super cheap, because I would be like, oh, it'd be really cool if you could, fix up a house, if you could buy it for really cheap. Like, if you could buy a house for, like, I don't know, say 50,000 or something. But it's like that doesn't exist.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's all right, Zapper. Not Zapper, Cast. He said that he could send a link, but doesn't think it'll go to that particular place because it's sold now, so it's probably not listed. But yeah. Well, that's super cool. Congratulations, home ownership. Someday for me, I'll do it. But that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited for whenever you get a house, Cookie.
Hey, me too. I mean,
if you decide, you want one.
No, I mean, we do want one.
No
Argus,
shame in not getting one.
No, Argus wants to have the basement with, all of his music stuff. Because now we've got... I don't know if I talked about it on stream. I don't think I did, but we now have an electric drum set. So we've got this keyboard and we've got this drum set. And then we've got like 5 guitars. And then I know like Argus has a lot of stuff too. Like at home, he's got like
there were 5 guitars.
Yeah, well, because like some of them are like tuned. Well, one's a bass, one is an acoustic, and then the other 3 so Argus says you have to have a variety of guitars because certain songs require different tunings, and so if you only have one guitar, then you've got to like tune it every single time if you want to play a particular song.
Oh, did you see that?
I did. Well, the same. I do
Bummer.
think 5 guitars is excessive, though. Well, I guess, yeah, 4 guitars and 1 bass. But, yeah, so the point is, we want a soundproof basement so that he can, like, record music down there. And really, the biggest thing I want in a house, which is, like, not so easy to find, I want a house that has the kitchen that opens up to the family room. And it's like, you see it all the time on TV, but, like, in real life, these houses exist. Like, I've seen them, and some of them are even in our price range, but also like a pretty big family room too. Like, I like having space. So, and Zapper says that there's no such things as excessive guitars. Well, I think, you know, having 5 here is like nearly my maximum. I only say nearly because I'm mildly interested in learning to play like a nylon string guitar, and but like you can get them in smaller sizes because like I like the ukulele, but you know I really just want to play a melody, and ukuleles are more just for like your background music. So maybe someday I'll learn guitar, but we were talking about getting like a smaller size guitar with nylon strings. Yeah, Zapper says that nylon is fun to play.
Doing the same thing.
Just be careful. You got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
no,
made it
this
to
is where it
part
is.
before.
Just stay. Just stay.
I want the coins.
Oh. And I think, sorry, I missed the message. I think Cass said that he sent a link maybe in a, you know, chat thing. If we want to take a look. But yeah, so who knows? Oh yeah, and the other big thing is our price range. I feel like we're being pretty lenient. Oh, and the other thing is location too. Really, that's supposed to be the most important thing at the house, but you know, we want these other things too. So who knows?
Yeah, Sputnik says Sputnik's doing a reno of with the house or the kitchen thing.
Okay.
At least I think that's what he was saying he was working on.
Okay, and Cass sent the link to again with, you know, the, let's see. Okay, good. You can still see rice. That's good.
I don't like these guys.
Oh no, I don't want you guys to see what I'm, you know, I was just gonna go to Twitch. Sorry, I'm inept still. But...
Oof, there better be a save point soon.
No. Oh my gosh. I will fix this. And prove that I'm not inept. Yeah.
What are you even trying to do?
I'm just trying, like, it's just really, it's not even that complicated, but for me it's complicated because I'm not great with technology. No, I'm just trying to look at the links, you know, that were sent to see, like, you know, what Cass's house is like.
I'm at the boss!
You did it!
Whew, here we go.
You're gonna nail it.
I don't like this. Such a long walk. Am I fighting like a giant one of these guys? I bet this slug does have weak points.
Yeah, it's well, because you're just able to eat them before, right? Oh, look, it's got a heart. Oh, wow, it's huge.
It is huge.
Oh, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think your promotion was, yeah, joining the back end team. Yeah.
Oops, I ran out of eggs.
Well, careful. You want to make sure, oh, I see. Yeah, you just got to pierce its heart. Got to be fast enough. Oh, okay.
I need to just stock up on eggs. Ugh.
Yeah, I could use some work. You know, what a deal. I'm actually really loving the windows and stuff in this house. Is this the front door that opens up to the kitchen? There's like a huge drop off. You gotta be careful with that.
Whose house is this?
Cass's house. Or maybe it's one that's like the house.
No, it's gonna push me off the edge.
Uh-oh. No. And I guess the back end team at Cass's work is absolutely incompetent, so. But that's all right. Working together, then you know, you can improve it. Hopefully, right? And I guess they actually denied him because they said if he did something wrong, then they didn't want to get the blame if you can act well. Okay.
Oh my gosh, no. Ah.
You're so close. Did it work? Did it?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. I feel like he should be getting smaller, you know?
That's what I think.
And maybe he is. It's just hard to tell because he was so massive.
No, he's not getting smaller. Oh, good.
Maybe that's it.
That looks like it's it.
Okay, that's really like, because with all the other enemies, they would get smaller. So that's like super demoralizing that it didn't seem like it had an effect. Yeah. Well, good job. Look at that, you got all 30
Thanks.
stars.
Yeah, I did.
All right, I'm gonna create a suspended point.
All right.
All right, and I will take over.
All right. Did you read all of this from Cass?
I did, yes. Oh,
Okay.
wait, no. We've been working for 10 months. I didn't read that one yet.
No, he said that they actually denied him because they said if they did something wrong, they didn't want to get the blame.
Yes, I did see that.
Oh, okay. They've been working for, so 10 months for, is this for his job?
Yeah.
Okay. Insanity.
Ah.
Yeah, job stuff can be really frustrating.
Yeah.
I mean, my job right now is super boring and, you know, there's literally no stress in my job, but that's, you know, that's another struggle. But yeah, back to the whole house thing, like,
What? How did
yeah,
that even happen?
I would love to have like a little reno property, but yeah, because Cookie, we had talked about doing our property sisters.
Yeah, we were gonna be just like the Property Brothers, except neither of us have experience
Doing anything.
But it was gonna be great. Oh my gosh, the same. It's all right. I got this.
Zephyr says this game is the most stress that Rice has had all week. I mean, seriously, it is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so Cookie and I were going to be the property sisters, and we were going to flip houses and do all that. But yeah, we didn't actually end up doing anything for that.
No, I remember seeing a, I think it was on Craigslist, there was like a thing where you could do like a workshop to learn carpentry, and it was targeted towards women.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, cool. And so I was thinking about like, you know, when I say like thinking about it, I'm like maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, I was at like a 3 that maybe I was gonna like sign up for it.
You should have told me about it. Maybe I would have done it.
Because I think
I was thinking about.
Oh gosh.
I was thinking about signing up for a Habitat for Humanity build.
You should.
But well, I was looking and I'm like, well, the thing is, like, if I was vaccinated right now, I would feel more comfortable.
I agree. Yeah.
Because, like, you know, sometimes you're working on the houses and you're indoors, and it's like, yeah, I can wear a mask, but I'm like, why put myself at risk when, you know, I could just wait a few months and try then. The thing is,
Oh gosh, I
their
didn't see
volunteer schedule was so full. Like, in the entire month of April, I think I only saw like 1 opening, or like maybe there were 2 days where there were openings that you could volunteer at.
Yeah, I feel like whenever I've looked in the past at volunteering, it's actually really tough to get a volunteering spot.
Yeah. I was also looking at volunteer opportunities for the food shelter, or the you know, the food bank.
Yeah.
And there were like no spots available for that either. Like, they only had during the week time slots. I'm like, well, I can't do that because I'm working.
Right.
And Sputnik says the other day he was trying to make banana bread and did such a horrible job. It was like, wow, I made literal poison in the shape of a loaf.
Oh no.
That's not good.
I made some Rice Krispies last week.
Banana breads.
Did I talk about my Rice Krispies at all? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
So I made Rice Krispies.
Oh, but I missed a message from Cass a while ago. It's his work related. He said he has to fix the UI, meaning the pictures of the game, some pixels to the left or to the right. Gotcha.
Oh gosh.
Well, good luck with it, Cass. So what is up with these Rice Krispies?
So I made them with my little sister through Big Brothers Big Sisters. So yeah, we were doing Rice Krispies and like virtually. Oh my gosh, no. And so we were like, well, what can we do to make them like extra fun? So I stirred in some mini M&Ms and mini chocolate chips, but mini chocolate chips just kind of like melted because, you know, like the marshmallows were warm and stuff. But the real trick was that I added frosting on top, and that really elevated it. And like, I've never enjoyed Rice Krispies so much in like a long time, because I love having frosting on my Rice Krispies.
Oh, I last week I did a splurge. I mean, this is baked goods related. I did a splurge at the farmer's market, because usually at the farmer's market I just buy like our produce and whatever, like eggs and meat and stuff. I was Sonic says, "Where's the baby?" When you go in this helicopter mode, you kind of lose the baby for a bit, but that's
the baby's
okay.
safe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's in the cockpit.
Yeah, with this crazy helicopter.
Yeah, so at the farmer's market, I did a splurge because there's this girl who's been going, and she has these baked goods, and I'm like, you know what? I see her, you know, every week. I'm gonna go take a look at what she has, because I always just kind of like walk by, and I'm like, you know, not wanting to tempt myself with baked goods. And I ended up buying a scone. It was a cranberry orange scone.
That sounds good.
And I would say, you know, it tasted like a scone. Scones are, you know, typically dry. I mean, I enjoy them, but you know, they're not as good as like a cookie or something.
That's true.
Yeah, so I did buy the scone, and that was like my one splurge. But she had, because you reminded me, because she had these Rice Krispie treats made with Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah, those are always good.
And I almost got them, but then I remembered, like, the last time I had one, it was, like, so sickly sweet that I was just like, why am I eating this? Kind of thing. So I decided the scone was a better option than the Fruity Pebble thing.
Well, I'm really bad at this.
That's okay. Maybe you should start killing those guys.
Yeah, probably. I think it's because there's like, you know, there's that sense of urgency because the timer's not going to last forever. So I think that's why I, struggle so much.
Yeah. I know, you don't... Wow, it goes up really high.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's another one.
Yeah. That's nice. Okay, yeah, whatever, good enough. We got out of there. I'll take it.
Oh, but I'm gonna be baking this weekend because we're doing our Easter brunch thing. Oh, and Sputnik said, why doesn't Yoshi just eat the baby? Well, never mind.
Bryce, do you want me to do the next level since that one was pretty short?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
But yeah, so for Easter, we're doing a Easter brunch drop-off. So Cookie and I are both making things and then swapping. So I'm really excited because it's something I've never tried before, but I'm making a peanut butter banana French toast casserole. And guess what, Cookie? The bread is cooking right now. Actually, it just finished. The timer's going off.
Nice.
Yeah, so the bread's all done. Because the thing is, you're supposed to use like partially stale bread for French toast, or for French toast casserole. Anyways, they say it makes a better French toast
what's
experience.
going on? Oh, no? What? I don't. Sorry, I don't know.
I don't know what you're having problems with.
The controls seemed like they were backwards for like a second, and I'm just very confused about everything, and this is not going well. It's fine. We'll just restart.
And Sputnik says, so what's the best type of pie/cake in 500 words or less, please? 500 words? That would be crazy.
That's
but do these
a lot.
words all count? I think they do. I'm gonna say I'm torn.
I know there's a lot of good ones. I don't really know even what my answer is. I'll probably end up just talking about a bunch that I do like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a separate pie and cake. So pie, I'm gonna say the best type of pie is banana cream pie. That one's my favorite. And then as far as cake goes, I was just telling Sea Tiger about it the other day. There's this really good pumpkin spice cake in the Cornell Dining Hall. So I'm gonna say that's my, and you know, I'm probably just like romanticizing how good it was. But I just remember it being like spectacular. So, man.
He's good.
Yeah. So that's gonna be my pick. But I will say, as far as cake goes, our sister makes this incredible banana cake, and I swear I'm not like a huge like banana. Like, it's not like I eat tons of bananas, because I know I said I like banana cream pie and banana cake. But the banana cake our sister makes is just so good.
Well, so the thing is, I made it recently. And as you know, I always say that things don't taste as good when I make them compared to like if someone else is making them.
Oh, I agree.
And so I feel like that's a cake where for me, I would definitely enjoy it more. No. If I wasn't the one making it, because like it's just so much sugar.
Sputnik. That carrot cake, I think. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna go carrot cake instead of pumpkin cake.
Yeah, I think carrot cake actually might be my favorite.
Carrot cake is amazing. And Sputnik says, is key lime pie what's S tier?
Yeah, like the top.
Oh, I would call it like top tier.
It's S tier.
I've only had key lime pie once. I did enjoy it, but I think you know, I think that's not enough for me to... I mean, I didn't love it as much. So he says there's C tier, B tier, A tier, and S tier.
Of course. Bryce.
What is this? What is this from?
It's just, you know, it just is. I don't know.
No, I've never heard of this. I mean, I know, like, you know, I would say like, you know, A, B, and C, but like S?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to say
Anyways.
even in like Guitaru Man or something, you know? Like, I swear
I don't think so.
S tier is totally a thing.
S Club 7 is a thing.
Oh my gosh.
And Sonic says, oh, you know,
No.
tiramisu. I really like
No.
tiramisu. So I enjoy tiramisu, but that's not a pie or a cake. I guess I would call it more of a trifle. I guess. What would you call tiramisu? An eclair type thing?
No,
I mean,
feel like
it's not a cake.
No, I'd call it just kind of more of a like mousse thing, right? Like it's like a mousse that has like some coffee flavoring kind of stuff.
No,
right?
it's got those lady fingers that are soaked in coffee, and then there's like pudding in between the layers of lady fingers.
Right, so I would call it as more of a like mousse thing. I wouldn't call it a pie or a cake, just another form of dessert.
If souffle is a cake. No, I think souffle and creme brulee are kind of like, or souffle is like eggy, right?
I thought so.
I've never had a souffle.
Yeah, I don't think I have either.
I don't know what I would call it.
Gosh, this guy, he's the worst. Ugh,
and he says the Japanese in all their academic pursuits made something better than A. Okay. Tiramisu is so good, but I always inhale the powdered chocolate and make a scene. Yeah, that's not good. Not deliberately. Well, that's good that you don't do it deliberately. I haven't had tiramisu in a long time.
I think I've only ever had it once.
I think I had... I feel like I had it at like Wegmans, like the Wegmans dessert.
That's the one I had. Maybe you're confusing my tiramisu experience with your tiramisu experience.
Maybe our tiramisu experience was the same.
Maybe
we had it at the same time.
We did not. I was with some friends from college when because it was their suggestion that we get tiramisu.
Okay. And Zephyr says this level is kind of ridiculous.
It's literally the worst. But
yeah, it looks like it. But you're doing great.
Thanks.
And Sputnik says there's a tiramisu recipe in this app I have, and it looks complex. Also, guys, creme brulee. Yeah, I think I've only had creme brulee once, and I can't remember. It was when I was traveling. I almost feel like we got it back when... bummer.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I feel like the one time I had creme brulee, I think it was when we were in Germany, when we were 14. Doing our family trip. But I can't remember Mom and Dad being, like, willing to be like, oh yeah, Rice, we'll buy you your own thing of creme brulee. I mean, maybe we all shared it. I don't know.
I don't remember. Maybe it was just for you.
Maybe, because I feel like I said to Mom, I'm like, oh, I've never had creme brulee. I'm gonna try it.
Okay, well, I've got, Lakidu's, Cloud.
I know. It's gonna be a game changer.
I'm hoping. Probably not. I think it's gonna disappear on me at some point. Yeah, like there it goes.
Zephyr says he remembers trying to get 100 on this level.
That sounds awful.
No, that sounds impossible.
Yeah, I would never do such a crazy thing. Gosh, this is the worst. I hate these stupid baseball kids.
Yeah, is there any way to kill them?
I don't think so, because like if you throw an egg at them, they just catch it or they bat at it, whatever, you know.
Yeah. And Sputnik, I was wondering if you could do a search for me in your app you have. Because he has a... Is it what, New York Times? Try stomping on him.
I have. Oh, you mean like real stomp?
Yeah. Yeah, because... So Sputnik has like this culinary... Yeah, New York Times cooking app. I was wondering, because, like, I want to make an Indian dal recipe for next week.
Is that like, carrot cake kind of stuff?
No, dal is, it's like a lentil curry.
Oh, I'm actually, like, I'm making curry next week.
Okay. Well,
so I don't know what kind of curry it is, though. It might be a dal rice.
Is it made with lentils?
Yes.
It's either DAL or DHAL or DHALL. I've seen multiple spellings for it. Because I have a Moosewood cookbook, and I was thinking about doing a recipe out of there. But I was wondering if your app had a recipe, because then I could compare and see if I want to like take
No.
bits and pieces from each recipe. But so I decided, Cookie, that I was getting like travel antsy the other day. I'm like, I want to do things, but I can't.
Me
kind of
too,
thing.
all the time.
Yeah, so like I looked into Slovenia like really hardcore the other day. And I found like the coolest Airbnb. And I was just like, Sea Tiger, I want to go. I want to, do this Airbnb, and it's going to be amazing. But anyways, I decided that since, I want to go places and things, but we can't, and since I like to cook, and that is something I can do right now, and I like to eat. That's really the main thing. But I decided that every week I'm going to make one new international dish.
I like it.
So next week, like, I've always wanted to try making a dal, but I never have.
Oh, you've got to hit those guys 3 times and then they die.
A lot. Yeah, so I decided I was gonna make a dal for next week, because it's been a long time since I've made anything like Indian curry like. So yeah, so I figured it was time for that. I did make a Penang curry a couple weeks ago, and that turned out really well. But I was listening to a couple travel podcasts, and so because I was listening to like all the Slovenia episodes, and this one podcast they said that Slovenia was like one of it was in their top 3 countries that they've been to, and I'm like, well, that's pretty impressive considering they've been to so many countries. And then they had another episode of like their top 5 friendliest countries, like based on their experiences and based on their definition of friendly, because like in their list they both put it's a husband and wife team. So they both put Japan in their list, but they're like, oh, but a Japan friendliness is different than, say, like an Australian friendliness, because they also both had Australia on their list.
Right.
Because like the Japanese are much more like, they're not overtly like in your face friendly, but they're like more, I guess, introverted friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was an interesting episode, and they said that their so the husband's top country that he thought was friendliest was Costa Rica, and that's where they're currently living. Because they're nomadic too, or if not nomadic, they travel like for weeks at a time, kind of thing. Oh, and Sputnik's here, and he said he found some dal recipes. Ooh, could you share them with me? Because I would love to take a look at them. But yeah, so his top pick was Costa Rica, and the wife's top pick was the Republic of Georgia. And then I was like, huh, that's interesting. I'm like, I had never really thought of going to Georgia. Weirdly, I don't know if you can hear her, but she's making some weird sounds.
Oh, no. Sorry, I looked over at you for a second, and those little birds caught me off guard.
Oh. Well, she's rolling on her back and making sounds. Yeah, you are.
Now what? Oh, look, a balloon.
Yeah, so I looked into the Republic of Georgia a little bit, and I decided, I'm like, you know what, it takes too long to fly there. Sea Tiger isn't as excited about it, so I'm like, we will, maybe sometime in the future, go, but not now. And Sputnik says that he's looking into how he can export them. Alright, no rush. Yeah, so I thought it was, it was a nice distraction from the workday, Go get it.
Yeah, I was, I don't remember if I told you this, Rice, but like, I had a similar day where I was just like, I just want to go travel and go do things. And so I was looking into like, because, I've heard great things. Oh gosh, there's teeth on that. I've heard good things about like Turkey.
Me too.
And I was like, maybe I could do like because of course I want to go to like Greece and I want to go to Italy. But Italy's pretty close to Slovenia, and I was kind of like, maybe I should do a combo trip of Slovenia and Italy. But then I was like, but there's so many things I want to do in Italy that I'm like, realistically, I'd probably just donate all the time to Italy.
They're bordering countries.
I know, they're super close.
Oh,
that's what I just said. They could be. I just said they could be combined. I know, but then I said that there's so many things to do in Italy that I was.
I know. I was listening.
Okay.
But yeah, because you made it sound like they weren't touching, but they are.
No, I know they're super close.
They're touching.
So close that they're touching. You get it.
Yeah, because so the podcast I was listening to, they're like, oh, and you like, so you can get to Slovenia, like loop there from like a whole bunch of different places. And they're like, oh, you can like get there from Venice, you can get there from Zagreb, you can get there from Munich and stuff. And so I was like looking into flights into all these places because I'm like, oh, where would it be cheapest to fly into? And but then it didn't look like, maybe it's Google just wasn't showing me the train option, but I'm like, it looks like it's going to take a long time to get to Ljubljana from any of these places. So actually, I think Zagreb was wouldn't have been. I think that's the closest one. It wouldn't be too far. But yeah, I just thought that was fun. And Ogre says, "How about New Zealand or Australia? I always wanted to go there." Well, I actually studied abroad in Australia, so. So back when I was in 6th grade, so I was 11 years old, I did a report on Australia in English class, and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I want to go to Australia. And she's like, well, that's nice, Rice, but being a family... she didn't say it just like this, but this is the way I'm summarizing it. But she said, you were right at the end.
I know. I was all out of eggs, so I couldn't kill the thing.
Yeah. So our mom said, Rice, being from a family of 6, there's no way that all 6 of us are going to go together. So she's like, if you want to go, you're going to study abroad. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to study abroad. And that thought came with me all the way, to college with me. And then, freshman year, I walked right into the study abroad office and I'm like, I want to study abroad. And they're like, what's your major? And I'm like, civil engineering. Actually, at the time it was mechanical, but whatever. And they're like, oh, well, we've had plenty of engineers study abroad. So, just make sure you stay on track with all your classes and then you should be able to go. So I was like, okay, cool. And then it happened.
I'm jealous because Mom never told me, go study abroad.
You should have done a report on Australia.
I guess so. That's the key. I don't think I never did a report on a country.
It's because, oh no, never mind. I was gonna say it's because I was thinking it was 4th grade when you had the teacher that was like, antisocial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had it in my English class, and I remember one girl, I don't even know what happened to this girl. I think she might have changed, I think she moved. But I don't remember why, I remember what she picked. But she picked the Ukraine. She picked the Ukraine. And it's not like we were even friends. Like, I really don't know why I remember.
Who was it?
Well, I don't want to say her name because,
I mean, is it like a common name or no?
I mean, it's not common enough,
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So she picked the Ukraine, and I was thinking, like, I've never heard of the Ukraine, and I think she had some relatives in the Ukraine.
Interesting.
So that's why she picked the Ukraine. And I was like, huh, interesting. And I don't remember, because we had to, I don't actually know if we really did a presentation. We had to bring in food from said country.
You know what? Actually, I have done a report on a country. It was Mexico, because we did have to bring in food. I want to say, somehow I thought this was like 6th grade or something. I don't remember, but
This was 6th grade.
Oh, you said 6th grade. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I picked Mexico.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure I think I brought in nachos, you know, super original. And honestly, though, what makes me mad is that when we went to Mexico, they don't have like queso dip that you think of. I should have brought chips and salsa. That would have been more appropriate.
Yeah. And Ogre says, "Oh wow, that's cool." And he says in his next life, he's doing a report on Hawaiian 5-star hotel. Nice.
You know, I think it was in 5th grade. I did a report on Hawaii.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say the semester that I went to Australia, one of my friends, she decided to do research abroad. So she did research in New Zealand, and we met up a couple times and did a couple trips together. And then one of my other friends, she's like, "Oh, well, both of you guys are leaving. What am I gonna do?" And then Cornell has, like, for the people who are in the like science of Earth systems related fields or like majors, they have this program in Hawaii, and you like learn about the environment and ecosystems and like, you know, that kind of stuff. And so she ended up doing that. So that semester, like, the 3 of us were just doing like totally different cool things.
Rice, do you want to swap in?
Sure.
All right, you're in.
Yeah, when I was in Australia, I was in the city of Brisbane, and it's the 3rd biggest city. Oh, this is weird.
Is it north of Sydney, or is it south of Sydney?
North of Sydney. Brisbane is kind of like, it's like one of the warmer, it's in one of the warmer states. Oh, bummer. I don't have anything for that.
What are you talking about? You've got eggs.
Where did those come from?
I think they carried over from the last level.
Oh, well, now it's like in a loop.
Yeah, I see.
Go back. But yeah, so I was in Brisbane, and whereas like Brisbane doesn't have as many like tourist things as Sydney does, like I thought Brisbane was such a nice city, and I thought it was like clean and approachable, and it just felt safe. I was a big fan.
Ogre's asking what you liked the most about Australia when you were there.
I mean, the warm weather was nice, but I think I'd probably say, I guess I'd say the people, because like I actually got to know the locals since I was like doing classes and stuff with them. But I also just really like the wildlife. Like I went to a couple wildlife places, and I got to hold a koala, and I got to pet some kangaroos. So I thought that was cool, and I also almost got to feed an emu, but I got scared because, you know, they tell you to hold your hand with this bird feed in it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just hold it and the emu will peck it out of your hand." And I look at this bird, I'm like, this bird is gigantic. Like, you've seen those commercials with Limu. Oh no. But yeah, so yeah, this giant bird is coming towards me, and I'm like, this thing's gonna peck my hand off. So so as it got closer, I ended up like shrieking and dropping all of the food on the ground.
Sputnik is asking if it's true that if you call koalas koala bears, the Australians will attack you.
I didn't call them koala bears, so I don't know. No.
Yeah, and Sputnik says, well, maybe not attack, but, you know, give you a hard time about it.
Yeah. But I will say, the city that I didn't get to go to, but I wanted to,
Adelaide?
was yeah, I really wanted to go to Adelaide. And the thing is, I had thought about studying there at the university, but I ended up picking Brisbane instead, and then I just never got a chance to go to Adelaide.
I was.
But I did get to scuba on the Great Barrier Reef, and that was pretty darn cool.
I was hoping to visit Rice while she was in Australia. And so me and one of our high school friends, we were kind of like trying to like arrange something so that we could go. And we were planning to go to Adelaide. And then it fell through. I mean, you know, as these things often do. I don't remember because like usually if I'm excited enough about something, I will just make it happen. So I'm not sure why I didn't just make it happen. When did you come back from Australia?
4th of July. I remember because I could see fireworks when I was on the airplane.
And that was after junior year,
So
right?
I think I technically got back July 3rd.
So I think that
after junior year.
because I did my research thing that summer. So like I know I was doing research at that time. So maybe that was why I didn't, because I was like, well, I've got this summer job research thing. I've gotta go, so I can't go to Australia. But I still probably could have tried like while Rice was still doing classes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wish I had been a more experienced diver. And I also wish that I knew to go to like the outer reef, because I just kind of stayed at the more of like the inner reef, so the variety isn't as good. I heard that like if you go to the outer reef, it's just like really amazing. I'm like, darn, I didn't know.
You blew it.
I did.
How long were you there? Asks Ogre. And Spunnik says, clearly you didn't call koalas koala bears because you're still here. You know, the Australians didn't kill you.
I was there for 5 months. So yeah, so it was pretty cool. I mean, I was doing classes the whole time. I mean, not I guess the whole time, but like for like Easter break and whatever other break I got, and like at the beginning of semester and at the end, I traveled. So I tried to take advantage of like any longer break I had. But it was nice because like I had a home base.
So then it's not so expensive to go, you know, somewhere.
Yeah, because you can just like, you know, do a really like all of the flights were like, you know, an hour and a half or so, like really short flights. Yeah, it was a cool experience. But sometimes I wish that I had gone to Europe instead. Oh my gosh, that was so dumb. I shouldn't have done that.
I could see that, but I think, I mean, honestly, I feel like you picked like
the furthest place that
I
would have. Yeah,
I feel like Australia was a really good pick. Because like in the end, like since flights to Europe are a lot shorter, like you know, you're probably like it's more likely you're gonna be going to Europe in your future, and like you know, this way you don't have to do a long trip to Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
Ogre's asking if it was hard to learn the language, but he's joking.
Yeah, there were times when I tried to imitate the Australian accent, just like so people wouldn't look at me and be like, or you know, like hear me say something and be like, "Oh, you're American," kind of thing. But like, I just could not do the accent at all. So, because like I even just tried to say like "thank you" like the Australians do, like to the bus driver. Because I used to, I mean, I didn't drive when I was there, so I took public transit everywhere, and their buses were really good, and so was the like the trains. So yeah, so I tried to, you know, even just saying like thank you to the bus driver, I'm like, they could tell that I was just, you know, trying to use an accent.
How does an Australian say thank you?
Well, I can't tell you because I can't do it. But like it's more like a thank you, or like thank, like the thank you is different.
Uh-huh.
And then like one of my friends was trying to help me like say a phrase like I'd like a psych burger. That was always the sentence that we were trying.
A what burger?
Oh, no. A steak burger.
Oh, it's like a steak burger? Okay. She just really likes burgers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that was what my friend told me to say. But he always got thrown off because he was from the town of Bundaberg. So I used to say Bundaberg, but then he always said in Bundaberg. So then I would just imitate him. I'm like in Bundaberg, and then I would say like Melbourne and stuff. And then he forgot that he would, and then I would say something like very American accent, and then he was like, "Oh, I almost forgot for a second." Like,
look at you. What a pro.
I know. Yeah, my little like apartment building was really interesting. It was kind of student housing. But like we had people who were working full time too. But it's just like a really interesting house setup kind of thing. So, and I actually Google mapped it the other day, in my travel withdrawal, I guess.
Yeah.
And that built like where I used to live doesn't exist anymore because they demolished it and now they turned it into condos.
Interesting. All right.
But it was really nice because like it was so remote. But the thing is, you just take a half-hour bus ride and then you're in the center of downtown.
Sputnik said that he
really cool.
Sputnik said he was doing an Australian accent. I mean, who knows? And he says that Australia seems really hot.
It wasn't. I mean, I guess it depends when you go, because I went at the tail end of the summer, which when I first got there, it was warm, but it wasn't like outrageously hot. Because I guess it can get like super hot in Brisbane. Oh, where am I going?
You're all right.
Okay. Yeah, so it didn't get outrageously hot, which was nice. Okay. But like as I was there, it got colder and colder because it was, getting into winter time. And like my apartment building didn't have any heat, so it was in like say the 50s.
No.
Oh, I missed it. Oh no, baby.
Just survive. Yeah, hopefully. Oh no.
So I did go to the Outback at one point for like one of my week-long trips, or maybe it was like, I don't think it was a full week, but anyways, so when I was there, like I went near the end of my trip, so it was more winter time, and I thought the weather was comfortable. Like during the day it was probably like in the 70s, but I mean out there it can get really hot in the summer. Yeah, and I did my first surfing lesson there. Which I did another surfing lesson when Sea Tiger and I went to Maui. And I don't know if I really, like, I thought it was fun, but I don't know if I really care to do another surfing lesson ever.
Mm-hmm. I've still never done one. So
really?
I think that, I think it's on my bucket list to do a surfing lesson. But when I was in Hawaii, I told Argus, I was like, I think it's on my bucket list to do a surfing lesson, but I was like, but I think I want to go paddleboarding instead. So we rented a paddleboard and we shared it. And so, yeah, we just took turns paddling and it was nice. And like, the water's so warm, so you can just like hop right in, like, and it's, when you're taking a break from the paddleboarding, it was just nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no, I have not surfed. So, and Ogre's always wanted to try surfing, but it looks really difficult.
I think it definitely helps if you have a swimming background.
Yeah, I could see that.
If you at least can swim decently well, because
you got to paddle.
Like, you do a lot of paddling. Because you basically spend more time paddling than you do
like actually
else.
surfing, yeah. have done
No, are you kidding?
I have done boogie boarding. You know, it's not anywhere near the same as surfing, but you know, kind of close.
Mm-hmm. And that's when you're just kind of like more in the shallow waves.
No, it's more like you have like a kickboard essentially, and you ride the waves, but you know, on your kickboard. So it's not surfing. It's not surfing at all. But because in Hawaii, the first place that we stayed at, they had a boogie board, and there's a beach like right next door. So we're like, hey, let's go to the beach. And then we're like, should we bring the boogie board? And we're like, well, why not? We have it because it came with the Airbnb. So yeah, it was fun. I even brought my GoPro, right? So I don't think I've ever shown you the videos of us boogie boarding. It was fun.
No, you didn't. Yeah, because in that same 6th grade English class, there was, I guess it was really, it really influenced me.
Mm-hmm. Made an impact.
Yeah, that's the word. But there's this girl in my class, and I think she must have moved too, because, oh my gosh, those same stupid coins. This is a disaster. But she said that she really liked boogie boarding, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I didn't even think to be like, what's that?
Yeah.
I just wanted to be like, oh yeah, I know what boogie boarding is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sputnik has a question for us swimmers.
Okay.
What is it, Sputnik? We're ready. Did you guys ever try standing on kickboards only to have it slip to the side and rock it up into your face?
Of course.
I don't remember it ever like hitting my face, but like of course like you're gonna lose your balance on it and have it you know, hit someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like more often though it hit like, you know, someone's abdomen or something.
Yeah.
But I probably got one in the face.
Yeah, probably at some point.
I mean, it happens.
Mm-hmm. I know, I was thinking, it's been forever since I've been in a pool.
Yeah, I was thinking the other day that I wanted to go swimming, and I even looked at UB's, because like UB's pool is open, because Sea Tiger hasn't been swimming, but that's more of like a, you know, his comfort level. He doesn't want to swim.
Yeah. You know,
I was like, oh, they're open.
Would you ever want to get a gym membership with me across the street from work? Because it's super convenient and it's also pretty cheap.
Is it cheaper than UB?
Well, so you have to pay, because the memberships are either 3-month, 6-month, or 1 year. So you can't do like less than that. But I think, because like with working for the state, we have a discount, but you can only get the discount if you're having a year-long membership. I'm like, I can't commit to that. That's just too long.
Yeah, I don't want to do a year.
But I have done the 3-month one, and I think it's like $90.
It's more expensive than UB.
Well, yeah, but how long is the membership for UB?
UB you can do month to month.
But also, though, here's the real thing that's like a huge draw. The pool is always nearly empty. You get the pool basically to yourself. Now, don't tell me that's not a selling point.
No, it's definitely a selling point.
Because for those of you that don't
have to think about it.
For those of you that are non-swimmers, when you are a swimmer and if there's a pool that's open for lap swim, sometimes the pools are really crowded and it sucks because then you have to like share a lane with someone that like maybe they've never shared a lane before, or like it gets really crowded and like you have to like wait on people. It like messes you up.
Yeah, so if you're trying to do any timed sets, you know, you better just forget it.
Yeah, or even just like it limits you because like, oh, I don't want to like swim butterfly because I'm gonna like interrupt this person, or you know, like with the waves and stuff.
Yeah.
But and Sputnik says, real talk, indoor pools are strange. They're a little strange.
Yeah, I mean, if we lived somewhere warm.
Yeah, where you could do outdoor pools. That'd be cool.
So actually, Brisbane had an outdoor pool, and I thought it was really interesting because you know how when you swim here, you swim on the right like you're a car. You do the same thing over there, so you swim on the left side of the lane. and it really throws your flip turns and your backstroke. Because when you're swimming backstroke, you're just kind of like taking, you know, you just know that the lane line is going to be on your left arm. But yeah, not so in Australia. I was like, I don't like this. I felt like I had no idea where I was.
Also, Zapper says that he hates getting splashed on, and sometimes, you know, the other people you're sharing a lane with don't know how to swim in the middle of their lane. Yeah. And Sputnik is going to specify what he meant by saying that indoor pools are strange. He hasn't gotten to it yet, but he said he's going to specify.
Okay.
But yeah, so I highly recommend. It's the it's the local community college's pool, and it's like right downtown across the street from work. So you just show up to work like, you know, an hour early, and then you spend that time swimming, and then you go into work after you shower. It's pretty nice. Sputnik says that
terrible
natatoriums have this echoey sound, and the fumes. You know, I love the smell of chlorine, like in a pool area. I don't know. It's just smells so familiar, and you know, it's comforting. But the echoiness, I getcha. It's weird.
Yeah.
And the light is kind of spooky. You know what's even spookier than the light, though, is when the lights aren't on. Because when I lifeguarded during college, we would show up, you know, for like the 6 a.m. lap swims, and the lights weren't on, obviously. So like you'd have to turn the lights on. And there was one day where I swear there was like the campus itself had this very like sinister feel to the air. And so like as I was walking to the pool, I was like really speed walking. I was like, why does it feel so weird? It just like felt very unsettling. And when I got into there, I'm like, okay, I gotta turn these lights on like so fast. And you know, the funny thing is that because there's always 2 lifeguards for every shift. So the other lifeguard brought it up first. He's like, did things feel a little weird on campus today? Like kind of unsafe? I'm like, yeah. And I don't know why to this day. It was just really weird. But I was very glad to get the lights on because it's kind of spooky with them off.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
You saved it.
Yeah. I don't know why, but like.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that last room or like that last part with those spiky guys. For some reason, I'm having trouble doing like my falling leaf thing. I don't know why. Oh my gosh.
Just stay where you are. Stay where you are. Well, just kidding. You're gonna die. Well, so Zapper asked what a natatorium is, and a natatorium is, you know, it's kind of like a gym, but you know, for swimming. So it's just like a pool area. And Sputnik said that there's a natatorium here near him, and he's like, why does this exist? Because, you know, you could just go to an outdoor pool probably in Florida.
You know, but if it's like raining or if there's a thunderstorm.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, are you kidding? This is so awful. I think maybe you should try your hand at this level.
Okay. Yeah, I can give it a shot.
Oh. OLC. Oh, OIC.
OIC.
What's L? What's OLC? But you're not allowed to swim during thunderstorms indoors, too. What?
Who says that?
They kick you out. No, they don't.
No. Sounds like you're making stuff up or someone lied to you.
I'm gonna look at these,
The house pictures?
Oh my gosh. Victor sent me 1,000,000.
Oh, the recipes?
It's gonna take me a while to go through these. I thought maybe I could look at some on stream. So he sent me this, this house. But it's in Baltimore, so I feel like it's not, one that he's doing.
I don't know, maybe he's moving to Baltimore.
Oh, cool. He also sent me, some filters for, so he sent me 9 doll recipes.
That's a lot.
Look at the interior pictures of the house. Well, but Victor, Sputnik, this can't be your house because it's in Baltimore, unless you did buy one and it's a hot home, it says. This is an awesome, like, it has this outdoor bar area. Like, that's pretty cool. It's got like a home theater in the basement.
It's pretty cool.
Why is it like Halloween themed though, Victor? Or Sputnik? I'm the worst.
Oh man. She's off her game today.
I'm so hungry.
Sputnik said, I thought someone was looking into moving. I said I'm gonna get a house someday. But not in Baltimore. That's kind of far away from my commute.
The owners are vampires. You know, with the decorating, I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, it looks like a very nice house. Besides all of the Halloween things. Or vampire things, I guess. But yeah, so Sputnik also sent me some recipes, or like it shows the filters that you can sort recipes by in the New York Times app. So I'm gonna definitely be taking a look at that because, you know, my once a week of trying new recipes, it's gonna be pretty exciting.
Are you kidding me? No, I can't. Where'd it go? Where'd the other one go?
It probably went back to the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This level's just a little bit discouraging. And the thing is, like, I'm sure it's not even as hard as we're making it out to be, you know?
And Sputnik says he's gonna call this wellness center to ask if they close their natatorium during thunderstorms. I can't find the rules. Why would they close during a thunderstorm, though? It's not like... I mean, if they're inside, they're perfectly safe. But we have a little bird feeder in the backyard, and we've been getting some Orioles lately, and we haven't seen those.
No. Sorry.
That's okay.
Well, that's cool about the Orioles.
Yeah, we haven't seen them, so we're thinking that maybe they're migratory because, you know, if they're just coming back now. Yeah, we saw a female woodpecker earlier today. They don't look quite as cool as the males, but they still are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Well, so Sue Tiger and I were still playing Gloomhaven, and like this one scenario, we died at least 3 times. We have not beaten it yet, and it's all still set up on the dining room table. So we're eating our breakfast in the kitchen now.
Okay.
Instead of the dining room. Which like is fine. But the thing is, because then I'm also eating my lunch at the kitchen table, but I like eating my lunch in the dining room because it has the bigger windows for looking out at the bird feeder.
I see.
I sit in the seat where I can still see the bird feeder from the kitchen, but it's not as good of a view. But I was seeing earlier, 'cause in terms of like the weather getting better, I saw that the weather for Easter Sunday looks pretty good. So Sea Tiger and I we're still considering it. We might go to the driving range and get back into the golf swing of things.
Oh man.
Because our golf league starts in May.
That's coming up.
And a lot of years, like, you know, the first few weeks are canceled because of like rain or it's cold or the course is too wet kind of thing. I don't think we're going to have that this year because this year has been strangely warm and dry. And the weather forecast today said it was going to snow, and you know, at like probably 11 a.m., I looked outside and I'm like, you know, I know it said it's supposed to snow today, but I'm like, I don't think it's going to, because I'm like, my thermometer says it's 40, and it just, you know, to me, it didn't look like it was going to. And then, wouldn't you know it, at like noon, it started snowing, and I'm like, huh, April Fools.
Yeah, I saw that it snowed today. Whoa.
When it goes fast like that, it's better to just stay on it, but
I just freaked out because it was going so fast. I thought for sure I was gonna have to jump. That's all right. Should I try again, or do you want to try?
Go for it. I try it a lot.
Okay.
Sputnik emailed them about the thunderstorm thing. All right, let us know. Let us know what they say. Oh, so, you know, me and the goat thing, I have a hard time letting it die. So I told CU Tiger, I'm like, well, what I want to do now is, instead of, well, I saw that like there's this thing called Workaway, and within Workaway you can stay at a farm stay and help them with the animals. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this, but usually they request that you stay for at least like 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like, well, I don't have the time to commit to that. So then I was like, well, maybe what I'll do instead is, instead of trying to find like a farm thing, maybe I'll just try and visit a local farm and, you know, maybe see if I can milk one of said goats. So I found this farm from just doing a Google search, and I emailed them. I'm like, hey, is it possible for me to come visit your farm? I want to learn about goats. And I said, ideally, you know, I would like to milk one, but, you know, I understand if, you know, because like with goats, if you were to say go out of town and someone was going to watch your goats, you wouldn't want just like any random person who your goat has never met before. Like, it's better if it's better if your goat has like been milked by this person before, you know, with you there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe I could just like, you know, milk the goat while the owner's there, just so I can like, you know, experience it, kind of thing. So I sent this email. A week goes by and I did not get a response. And I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll just let it be. But then they did email me back. I will stop talking while you...
No, keep talking.
Okay. So they emailed me back, and so they said, they're like, oh, well, we're just a small family farm, and so they don't have guests. And when I was first reading this, I was like, oh, it's a bummer. But then I read, you know, the full message, and so then in the, you know, at the end of the message, they say like, oh, they said that one of their goats was at some educational farm that, like, you know, is a farm kind of, or like, you know, that you can visit.
Yeah.
So she was basically like, oh, you could visit these, you know, our goats here at this place. But she's like, oh, but you could also ask me any questions you might have. So I was like, oh, now I got to come up with a whole bunch of questions so I can ask them all at once. But like, I need to like really kind of outline them and be like, these are the questions I have. Because I want to know, like, one, how long the whole milking routine takes.
Shoot.
Oh man, you can eat those things.
Can
eat the
I?
spikes. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want to know like how long milking takes. I want to know how much space you need for the goats, like both in a barn and in, you know, and in your yard. How much space do you need, and like what do they eat? Because I know, like, I've seen a lot of places that are like, oh yeah, you can just feed them. Nice.
Thanks.
So you can just feed them hay. But then, like, they're foragers, so, like, you know, they can clear brush and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna learn more about goats. whether or not I get to ever have them. But I mean, who knows? Because maybe, you know, maybe someday I will retire, or, you know, I can't see myself really moving to a farmhouse before I retire, but you never know. Yeah, I was like, goats could be my retirement hobby.
No, it's okay. I had
okay.
I had a
That's
save point recently.
Yeah, you're doing great with this level.
Thanks.
But part of what made the Slovenian Airbnb so awesome is that it's a bed and breakfast, so they have like a nice authentic Slovenian breakfast for you in the morning. And I was looking at they have like actual rooms in the main building, but then they also have these like more glamping cabins. And that was more what I was interested in, because it's like you have your little cabin, but like each cabin has its own private bathroom.
No, sorry, I panicked. But okay, yeah. So you're talking about like glamping at this place.
Yeah. So each glamping cabin has its own private bathroom and like private shower. And the thing is, it's so you have to, like, if you were to wake up in the middle of the night, you'd have to walk outside for a little bit, because all of the bathrooms are like, you know, attached to the main building. But I just thought it looked so cool, and I'm like, this just looks so nice. And also, it's a farm stay, so I saw pictures of sheep on their page, and I'm just like, this just seems perfect. This reminds me of the waterfall in The Lion King.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's okay if you. It's okay.
I see. Oh
Nice.
my gosh, that was our last life too. I was so nervous. I was like, I don't want to redo that beginning part of the level again.
Awesome. We should save.
We should. But yeah, that sounds cool. Oh, 31.
That's okay.
I am really interested in going to Slovenia. So let me know whenever you're planning to go. Which
Yeah,
probably
sure.
still won't be for a while, you know.
Yeah. I know. Because I've already counted 2021 out.
Yeah, me too.
I should look into Tennessee stuff again.
All right, you're in.
All right. But I mean, when I talked to Jenna about Tennessee and the Smoky Mountains and stuff, she gave me a lot of really good suggestions. So I'm thinking I'll just kind of do what she recommended. I mean, I'll probably do a little research on my own, but like I did do a little research, and it seems like the stuff she recommended was what people, like other people, recommend. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
So when we go to North Carolina, I'm planning to, you know, do the real life Mario Party. So I've got to really buckle down and figure out the mini games and like have things prepared. Because I have like ideas, you know, I just need to really organize it, and because like I want it to be not like super well planned, but you know, I don't want people to be like, what's next, Cookie? And I'll be like, hang on, let me think. No, I want to be ready. So, yeah. So I've got to do that still. Which, kind of unrelated, but maybe related. So I have said before, like, that I want to make a, well, so at the end of Super Mario 64, Princess Peach bakes a cake, and then the cake has, you know, like strawberries and maybe cherries, I think. And it's got like Mario and Peach on top, and it just looks really cute. And so I am like ready to make this cake, but I'm like, should it be part of Mario Party where like, you know, at the end we celebrate by eating cake? But then it's like, well, I'm not gonna just bake a cake and like bring it down to North Carolina with me.
Right.
So it's like, well, I'd have to bake the cake there. I'm like, maybe it's too much work. But something I want to make this cake though. So don't know.
I would have some. You could do it as a, you know, celebration of all of us being vaccinated.
Yeah. Like down in North Carolina make it? Or you're saying just, you know, you and me make it as a
I was
hooray?
saying you and me and maybe like, you know, our brother, maybe a couple friends. Could be fun.
Yeah. And we can do that. Only one person celebrates after a game of Mario Party because everybody else gets mad. No, I feel like we've always been very, you know, none of us are sore losers when we play Mario Party.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to play more of the Mario Party on the Switch because I haven't played it too many times, but like we have it, we should play it.
Okay, so these guys can be killed. I wasn't sure.
Do you have to like throw the egg when they extend their thing farther? No, I guess not.
Nope, you just have to, I was just having trouble hitting them earlier. Ah. Oh, that one came back?
We did our, you know, weekly movie night this past week.
We did not. We played more Moving Out.
Okay. So the movie we watched this week, so it was Argus's pick, and it was really like in preparation for something else. So, because the thing is, the Justice League movie that came out somewhat recently, it was, you know, like fine. It was fine. But apparently the directors changed, like they'd done a lot of filming and then they changed directors and then the story went in like a totally different direction. So
oh, and the new one is a Marvel director, right?
I don't know, but well, I mean, like this movie has come out like a long time ago. Well, when I say long time, like 2-3 years ago maybe or something. So yeah, the movie's already out and like it, as I said, it was fine. So we watched that this past week in preparation because there's a new like edit where like it uses a lot of the previous directors, like, you know, their scenes, and like so the movie's gonna be quite different. So we wanted to see like what was the original one, that, you know, the completed movie. We wanted to know because we both only seen it once, so we watched it again so that we could, you know, compare with this new version. And Sputnik asked if we have seen Super Mario 3D Land. Do you mean Super Mario 3D World? Isn't it 3D World? Or is it Land? Are you talking about the one that's like Bowser's Fury? As the, you know, additional game? Because I've been playing, I guess, I don't know if it's Super 3D Land or 3D World. Yeah, the new one. I've been playing that one with one of our high school friends. And then me and Argus have been playing Bowser's Fury. We haven't played it in a few weeks, but that's more because I get caught on other things like watching The Queen's Gambit and then now doing jigsaw puzzles. We would play more if I didn't keep getting myself absorbed in other things.
Sputnik, I'm totally up for playing, but I was led to believe that we're waiting for a fourth person.
I have to say, playing with two people is pretty nice because, like, it's not too
Ugh.
chaotic with things.
I wasn't in your 2-player thing.
Oh, no, I know you weren't. Fourth as in, he's saying who? I think Kevin, right? You guys are waiting on Kevin?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who are the 3? Asks Sputnik.
You, Weeva, and me.
Sputnik says Kevin is such a wet noodle. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna kick his butt. That's gonna be kind of hard. He's like across the country from you. Gonna send him a strongly worded postcard.
Well, the thing is, I don't think he realized that he would be the 4th, but he totally would be. What?
That was weird.
Yeah. I don't like castles in this game. I had thought of something else that I was going to say, but I don't remember it now.
But
Was that one of our earlier convos?
Back to Super Mario 3D World, though. I really enjoy it. I love cat power, and like, I know we had played it somewhat before on the Wii U. But I really enjoy cat power, and there's so many levels where when we finish a level, I'm like, I really like that level. And with the Switch version, because there's like Captain Toad levels, which I really like the game Captain Toad. So it's nice because for the Switch version, they make it so that everyone can play the Captain Toad levels, whereas before on the Wii U, I think only player 1 could do like the Captain Toad levels. So I really enjoy doing those. They're fun. And Sputnik says, the reason I bring it up is not necessarily to suggest we play it, though he loves the idea, but rather that it's a co-op game that we could both play. That is true.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, no.
So Sputnik, here's the thing, then Rice will have to go buy a copy.
Yeah.
I had told her before that if you, 4 decided to play the game, that she could borrow my copy. But hey,
I could buy it.
I'm all for, I'm all for playing it on stream. Sputnik says, and there's no baby too. You must really hate Baby Mario in this game.
He's the worst.
Whoa, that worked.
What? That should not have worked.
I'm shocked.
I had already given up.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sputnik's gonna talk to Kevin about it.
Okay. Oh, but so back to my yogurt thing. I don't know if I actually mentioned the result.
You said that these are both pretty good.
Yeah, I did. So I did say that. But so I had Suyu Tiger. No, are you kidding? I had Suyu Tiger taste both of them, and he said he liked the Matsoni better than the Pima. So that's the one that I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, again? So, yeah, so that means that the next one I make is going to be the film yolk, which is the cheesy one. So I'm really excited because I've just been so intrigued by this one, throughout the entire thing. I'm like, what's it going to be like? Yeah, so now I'll know, starting, next week. Though it'll be the starter batch, so you can't judge it based on that.
Right, yeah. So I had used the yogurt that I got from Rice to make frozen yogurt, which is good. Like, I'm not going to take that away from it. However, I will say, like, I still had some regular ice cream that I had made in the freezer. And I had some the other night. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Because I was so used to eating the frozen yogurt. And, you know, just regular ice cream is more delicious. That's all, that's all you can say. I still plan, because I didn't strain the yogurt before I made the frozen yogurt. So then it kind of had like this very iciness. Like, it wasn't hard icy, but just like you would eat it and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cold.
So more like a sorbet.
Yeah, and which is like fine, but it's not preferred for me. So I do want to try making it again, and I also want to try making like a strawberry flavor because last time I just made a plain vanilla. But yeah, moral of the story is I should be making some more ice cream too. So it's been like, I'm gonna guess maybe like 2 months since my last batch of ice cream.
Wow.
So, and you know, one of the ice cream I had, it was the plain vanilla just with a fudge swirl, which I think I gave you a sample of rice like forever ago. So yeah, I still have some of that and it was really good. Well, I finished it now. I just have a little bit of the peanut butter with fudge swirl. And I really like the fudge swirl. It adds a lot. So I'm planning to make more fudge swirl to go to my ice cream.
Oh, I've been eating my Girl Scout cookies. Are you kidding? I hate this part.
I've also been eating my Girl Scout cookies. You
So
don't
we're
want to know
almost
how
done.
quickly Argus has been going through our cookies.
So we're almost done with our box of the peanut butter sandwiches. I'm thinking I don't want to try it again.
Okay. I can try it again when we start playing next week.
Okay.
All right.
No, I have one more thing to say. And me swallowing water poorly now reminded me. On Sunday morning, I thought I was gonna... I mean, I choked. Like, I literally choked.
Did Sea Tiger like do the Heimlich or?
He was about to, because so the thing is, like, you know, we were eating our Sunday morning breakfast, eggs and toast. It was all good, and you know, I had a bite of toast. I didn't think it was too big of a bite, but I go to swallow it, and then I was just like, you know, it's actually caught there, and I couldn't like make any sound. I'm like, this is really scary.
Yeah.
And then so Sea Tiger stood up, and I stood up too because he was, you know, about to do the Heimlich on me. But then I was doing like trying to cough, and so that dislodged it somehow. But like the back of my throat, it was like I felt like I had an itch in my throat the entire day because it was just like, you know,
there's like probably a piece of toast stuck to it.
Probably, and like it started going up my nose too.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's terrifying.
Yeah, so everyone just make sure you chew your food. And when I told Mom,
that's
Mom
always
was
my
like,
biggest fear. Like when I was living by myself, I was like, I just hope I never choke ever, because it's like I know you can do the Heimlich yourself by like just like using a chair, but like it just does not. It sounds terrifying.
Yeah. So and when I told Mom, she's like, oh well, the toast would have dissolved eventually. And I'm like, well, yeah, probably, but I'm like, it was a terrifying feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like eventually like what, when you're dead? Like how long is it gonna take?
Yeah. And I asked Sea Tiger, like, immediately after, I'm like, were you gonna do back blows? Because I didn't know if he was gonna do the Heimlich or back blows, because in lifeguard training, they tell you do back blows first, and then do the Heimlich. But he said he was going to do the Heimlich first, and then like kind of get me away from the table, and then he was going to try back blows.
Yeah.
But then it just made me glad that, you know, that we did have the lifeguard training.
And that you had a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Take little bites,
scary.
Everyone.
Yeah, and I didn't think it was. I think it was because I was like trying to talk as I was eating, and not good.
No.
I was trying to like swallow quick and then talk.
No. Can't rush it.
Yeah. Didn't work.
Yeah.
So, all right, we are signing off for tonight. Thank you all for watching.
Yep, we'll be back next week at 6:30 on Thursday.
Yeah. So see you then.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.